as a country.
Now let's talk about Wanyama. The big man is coming back. He's coming home anyway. He's coming to play.
I think something very important is look, I think as I said earlier, Wanyama came out himself. He said that he wants to help. He did not state that he wants to help how, whether he's going to play or not. But as I suspected and as I said before, he can only help because he has the experience. He has been in Harambee Stars before. He has played in the bigger leagues, you know, the EPLs. He has played as well in other countries.
Yeah.
So he will have that experience that he can be able to make these guys to focus. Because what we want to do as a country is to have a team in 2030, I think so, in the African Cup of Nations, or even 2027.
You know what is funny? This information did not come from Wanyama himself. It came from Ababu Namwamba, the CS, who was here last week. And people asking, is Ababu Namwamba the coach? Who will call him to represent Kenya?
That's where I'm going to, Jeff. You see, we must differentiate between government control
and government
interference. Because there's no coach right now for Harambee Stars. Actually, maybe the team Harambee Stars does not exist currently.
Yeah.
Now, once it is constituted, then you can start calling in players. And from what I saw in this, a lot of it has been on social media about Wanyama and the CS. Wanyama is not coming back to assist on the technical bench. He's coming back to play. Remember, he said he's retiring from international football. And that is when Ghost Mulee dropped him, I think Kenya versus Uganda or something, a year ago. When he was dropped from the team, he said, Kwendeni, mkaya, me, I've left football, I've left international football. Then he goes to Canada. How has he been performing as a footballer? What sort of value does he bring? And when you look at his statistics, his 34 matches he has played for CF Montreal, he has scored 1 goal and he has assisted 3 in 34 matches. I don't know how much value that is. What else can we see? We see that 2 months ago, he left CF Montreal. He has no club right now. Before he joined CF Montreal at Spurs, he hardly played. Even in the small cup competitions, he never used to play. Why? Because he was never fit. He had injuries. And so is that the person who we are bringing? I don't know.
My big obstacle for Wanyama is that he's coming back to me the same office of FKF, which was supposed to be there, and the same FKF he had to part ways with, and he said some things about this FKF. How are they going to receive him now?
Well, you look, I think to an extent, let's give it to Victor, okay? He has been respected before. And I think it doesn't matter. You see, look, Jeff, we have got to be very honest here. At times, you get a difference. There's always a lot of differences between the sportsman who is in the field or an athlete. There is always a difference with the officials. But that one should not be able to hold us as a country, you know, to say we had issues here, how are we going to work? But I have a different thinking. I think they are bringing him so that he can be able to inspire these guys, because he was among the first, apart from Denis Oliech and the others, who play outside the country. My thinking is, or the thinking of Ababu Namwamba, the CS, to have him there is to inspire generations, because his focus, and especially for the government, Ken, is in the next 5-6 years to
2030 World Cup.
Yeah.
We should be there. That's Ababu said. I think we should elect Wilfred Bungay to be the chairman of
that committee. Very diplomatic.
He's a good defender.
Very diplomatic.
No, I have to defend my fellow sportsmen. Yeah.
So let's move on now. We're done with Wanyama. African teams. That's where the problem begins. Tunisia, Ghana, Senegal, Cameroon, despite beating Brazil